So I've known about the Springfield Jazz and Roots Festival for a long time. I grew up in Springfield. But this is my first time performing in it at all as a musician. It's such an unreal experience to be able to come back to the place where you not only became a musician, but became a person. You grew into the person that you are and that you are continuing to develop into, and perform your most vulnerable material.
I can go away. You can roll away. I can go away. You can roll away from me.
And to have the opportunity to come to town to perform as a special guest for Christian Scott on Friday, August 11th, and then to be performing with my band Scope and Christian on Saturday, August 12th. A lot of the people in the audience are going to know me personally or have seen me at different stages in my musical development. And that's scary and wonderful, and I'm just so looking forward to performing, looking out, seeing those familiar faces, and then also talking to people afterward and catching up and seeing what's been going on in their lives and seeing, how they felt during the performance, and also watching the other performers with my family and my friends and my community. It's just a really special thing.
So please come away, my dear, from this unfashioned life, unfashioned dream of what it was and what it could not. They be so much can't do, be free. So please come follow me, and we'll step right back.
It's been an interesting progression how New York has fit itself into my creative life and what New York has been represented as. It's like a marination period. I felt like I was marinating in a fridge for a really long time before I actually felt comfortable to step out. So then came the search for my band. That was stage 2. And once I found Jesse Elder, John Davis, Bernice Earl Travis II, and now the guitarist in my band, Jordan Peters, once I found or started to find my community of musicians, it shifted everything for me. And every single time I meet somebody new who I recognize that kindred spirit in, musically, it's just amazing. And I think that's the beauty of New York City. So stage 3 was really settling into that and beginning to produce my own projects and release them and book gigs and, then begin to tour, so play in New York City, but then touring and doing all sorts of things outside of New York City. New York is home and it's inspiration, and it just represents all of the possibility that I didn't necessarily know existed. And that's really beautiful. So Christian and I first met through Lucas Curtis, who's a bass player originally from Hartford, Connecticut. Lucas had played my very first record, Red, for Christian, and Christian dug it. I very much know what I want. I really just need a co-producer to come in and who I can trust and give me a completely different perspective, and also force me to push in areas that I wouldn't. And Christian existed as that for Inner Dialogue, my second record, and has existed again as a co-producer for this new record, Free of Form. I'm just really grateful that he chooses to stick around and build, and Free of Form is going to be the very first record released on his Stretch Music label. That's not his own. So I'm really grateful to be that first album, to be a woman releasing that first album, to be a vocalist and a songwriter releasing that first album. It's just really humbling and very cool.
Will we fight a revolution? Revolution of the real thoughts, revolution of the real mind.
feeling of the Springfield Community Music School is one thing, but just the history is unmistakable for me in relationship to my career and my music. It's where I started. It's where I started playing the piano, where I started singing, where I started writing music. And my first teachers, my first mentors were all there. That was home. I also spent a lot of time there. My mother spent a lot of time there. My father spent a lot of time there. My grandmother spent a lot of time there, just waiting in the waiting room and being so patient and supportive. And that's what I think of when I think of the community music school. I think of my musical home and my musical supportive space. I don't know where I'd be today without it. The record, my record, Free of Form, comes out on October 6th, so it's not out yet. So I'm not going to be able to bring my babies to the performance on August 12th with Scope. So I'm in the process, the date hasn't been set yet, but I'm in the process of planning a release show in Springfield for later this year, probably November or December. So stay tuned, keep your eyes, ears, all your senses peeled for that news, because I'm very much looking forward to putting together a really awesome evening for a CD release show in celebration. So thank you for listening. Thanks to Eric for asking me to do this and for sending me these questions. And Springfield, I'll be seeing you very soon. Bye.